Hello everyone, my name is Iman Manzoor, and today I want to talk to you about fast fashion brands and why we should avoid or limit buying from them. Fashion Nova, Nike, Urban Outfitters, and Adidas are all big name brands that have something in common. All their workers are subjected to unfair work environments, and their clothing is produced in unsustainable ways. Fast fashion brands are brands that mass produce clothing in response to the latest fashion trends. As you can imagine, this requires a constant flow of merchandise, which means that waste is produced in colossal amounts and workers are overworked. I've been making an attempt to limit my consumption of these products for about 2 years now. This often means that I research a brand before buying from them, or I shop around for similar items that have less of an effect on the cycle of waste and abuse. It's still a work in progress as more brands are ousted as having unethical practices, but trying is better than turning a blind eye. One of the reasons I avoid fast fashion brands is the pay of their garment workers. Fast fashion brands often pay their factory workers less than a minimum wage or not at all. For example, during the COVID-19 pandemic, brands either canceled or refused to pay for orders placed on stock. This left millions of workers with severely reduced pay or no pay at all. According to the Garment Worker Center, approximately 85% of garment workers do not earn minimum wage and are paid a piece rate of between 2 to 6 cents per piece, with a take-home pay of about $300. Not only are garment workers horrendously underpaid, but they're also subjected to abusive work environments, dangerous production techniques, and grueling hours. Workers are often made to work 14 to 16-hour days at 7 days per week. This amounts to more than 100 hours of labor weekly. One of the dangerous production methods that workers use is sandblasting. Sandblasting is the use of silica sand to artificially wear jeans or denim. According to OSHA, silica sand can cause silicosis, lung cancer, and breathing problems in exposed workers. Supervisors are also reported as being physically or verbally abusive towards their workers. Workers in India have said that they are berated, called dogs and donkeys, or are told to go and die. The fast fashion industry is also one of the biggest polluters of our earth, and the clothes we wear and the treatment of the workers who make them all becomes a moot point if our earth ceases to be inhabitable. The fast fashion industry produces vast quantities of textile waste, in fact, more than 92 million tons per year, much of which ends up in landfill. Very little of this waste is recycled once it's thrown out. Only about 15% is used to make further products such as mattress stuffing and insulation. To clarify why landfills aren't the solution, it can take 200 plus years for textiles to decompose, and the fast fashion industry is producing faster than the decomposition rate. Furthermore, during decomposition, textiles generate greenhouse methane gases and leach toxic chemicals and dyes into our groundwater and soil. The fast fashion industry is one of the main polluters of our earth and negatively impacts the lives of garment workers employed by these brands. Virtue signaling won't help though, solutions will. I understand how hard a decision like this can be to make when so many of us can't afford the higher price tag of ethical and sustainable brands. Thrift stores are a great place to start and still buy clothing that you enjoy, as it limits waste and price. This, along with purchasing a limited amount of clothing directly through fast fashion brands, is a great start. Many people also upcycle old clothing to renew it and sell it on apps such as Depop and Mercari. Many brands also sell dead stock. Dead stock is clothing that brands don't expect to sell or have made in excess. Buying dead stock also prevents it from going into landfill. Overall, there are several achievable solutions to reduce our carbon footprint in the fashion industry, even if the fashion industry won't do it itself.